Inside this video right here, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should expect working EMS. Here we go. Hey everyone, Evan here, the Paramedic Coach. If you're watching this video right now, hit subscribe down below, tap that notification bell, hit the like button, and make sure to watch the entire video. If you're going to watch it to the end, I got a bonus tip for you. Now, in this video, I'm talking about what you should expect when you start working EMS. The very first thing I want to tell you about that's unlike other jobs out there is the variety of shifts and the ability to work with one other person, one other partner. It's kind of a first responder thing. It's unlike a lot of other jobs out there, okay? So here's what you want to look at. There's 24-hour shifts. There's 6-hour, 8-hour, 10-hour, 12, sometimes even longer when you're maybe in a fire department, right? So there's a variety of different shifts that you're going to encounter. It's not a traditional 9-to-5 job, okay? So you're not in an office, you're not in a store. So that's going to be very different, okay? And the second piece is you're in a very, very high degree of responsibility, okay? You are being called upon when someone is calling 911. This is literally the worst day of their life, and you're responding to that. That's very, very much different. Those are the first two things that I think about right off the bat. Now, I got a lot more. Let's dive into all of them right now. Now, working EMS, there's different types, okay? Now, just to make it easier, there's emergency EMS and there's non-emergency EMS. So there's two different types. So non-emergent, we call IFT, inter-facility transport. So for example, taking someone to and from dialysis, taking somebody to and from a doctor's appointment. Maybe they're leaving the hospital and they're going home, but they require a stretcher, which you have, okay? Or maybe even they need BLS or ALS, could be interfacility. That is non-emergent transport. On the emergency side, now on one side, there's a variety of different things in there. It could be a public service, like a city service, or it could be a private service, like a for-profit business service, right? There's a lot of different ones out there, but they both do 911 calls, right? Now, with that being said, that's going to be more of you staging, waiting, maybe doing some chores, checking the ambulance out, make sure the equipment's good, and you're kind of on standby, waiting for calls. Let's just say, to make it simple, in a 12-hour day, you might get 4 calls. You may get 12 calls. You may get 20 calls. You may stay over 4 hours. When you thought you were getting out at 6 p.m., you're getting out at 10 p.m. Something could happen where you can get called in or ordered in, and you could stay for another shift on top of that because somebody called out. This is the one thing about EMS that no one talks about here is when you go into work EMS, it's kind of like this is what you're devoting to your day, because while your shift may say you get out, let's say it was 10 to 6. You're not going to be working 10 to 6. Odds are you're probably going to be staying 10 to 8 because maybe you have charts to write because you had a very busy day, or you get 2 late calls, right? Because remember that high degree level of responsibility that comes with you not getting out on time. So what I always recommend is you should basically assume that you are getting out 2 to 3 hours late every single shift. That way you will not get mad if you stay later because the community needs you. That makes sense? Okay, I got more tips for you. Let's keep them coming. Now, the next piece here I talk about is partners. You're going to see everybody out in the ambulance service. You're going to see from people that are calling for life-threatening emergencies to people that are calling 911 because they just need a friend. So you're going to see everybody, okay? With that being said, you also have a partner, and you're going to see a wide variety of partners. Partners you love to work with and partners you do not like to work with because you just don't mix. You know, it's kind of like dating, right? When you're dating people, some people have a bond. Some people, they just can't see eye to eye. That's how it is in EMS with partners. So what I've done a video on this. when I talk about, well, you passed national registry, what do you do now, right? I'll put the link down below. It'll be the second link you can check out down below, a video on that. I give tips like what to do after you pass your test as you're getting ready for your career and stuff. And one thing I talk about is I want you to work the hard shifts. I want you to find out what shifts you like. I want you to find out like what partners that you actually like to work with. You know, it's so important because when you're out there, and this is how it goes, you have yourself, your partner, the patients, the bystanders. That's what you have. If you really look at it, your partner is the only thing you have out there that has your back. So it's very, very important, and you want to look at that. Now, here's the big question. Do you get breaks like a normal job in EMS? No. Well, let me explain to you how it works. So there's no breaks in EMS. When you're on shift, you're on shift. Like being on call. Like you're on shift, you're waiting for a call, right? It could be, again, 911 or IFT. But we don't have a call. Again, maybe you're doing some chores if you're in a department or something like that. But if you're not, you're just not doing anything. You've checked the rig. You're on break, basically. So there's not a set time for a break. You're on break when you don't have a call. But here's the thing. It's kind of interesting because you could have a day where you have 2 calls and you've just cleaned up, did your chores, washed the ambulance, checked the equipment, did what you got to do, maybe did some studying, some work, whatever you're doing. Maybe you have something else you're doing, whatever. And then you can have days where you literally have, like I said, like I'm laughing it's because it's true. You might have 20 calls in a 12-hour shift. You're nothing crazy like that, right? So again, if you like variety, you should expect variety. That's for sure. Now, the last thing I want to touch on that you should be prepared for is a lot of emotionally charged scenes. Handling families, handling patients, handling accident scenes. Again, that goes with what I said right from the beginning, a high degree of responsibility. But the other thing I want you to look at too, it's very important with that, is you also are going to be doing a lot of charting. So think about it. Chaotic scene, chaotic charting. So people don't realize, there's a lot of documentation that goes along with EMS. So you're going to have your call, but then you have to chart after. So another thing that might make you stay later is actually doing charting after, not even the call, but you have to do a chart after every single call. So you get a call, you go to the call, you perform the call, whether it's IFT, 911, right, whatever it might be. And then what happens? Well, you have to document it and what happened. So that's something important that no one talks about. And let's dive into one more thing. One thing that I tell my students all the time is the sooner that the student gets inside the video study course, I'll put the link down below in the description. The sooner they get in, the more clarity they receive. I've had students that know nothing about EMS and they study with this course down below in the description weeks, days, months before they go into school, and they just get it. They have an advantage when they go into school. I've had people that have failed national registry multiple times. They get access to the course down below and they get through and they pass the exams. I've had people that were getting F's and D's in school and they turn into B's and A's with a video course down below. And you're probably thinking, well, I know I'm saying this. You want to see them say it. Click the link in the description down below. You can see all the student results with my course. If you're one of those people that's in school, getting ready for school, or you're somebody out there getting ready for national registry or on the job in your first day working, this is going to be a big asset for you. Click the link in the description down below, video study course. And my friends, I'll catch you next time. Thank you so much for the shout outs, comments, and watching here. Much love, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
Don't waste any time. Don't be hesitant and just do it, because I know this program works. And I know it got me to where I was, where it's been a year without school, from EMT to, hey, I passed my test in 70 questions. Like, go for it. You could do it. Like, do not hesitate and don't waste any time.
People that don't know you, they need this program. This program is not a choice. To me, this program is a have to.
I went through it. I spent the time and money in other areas, and I'm just gonna let you guys know that this was everything I was searching for the whole time. The first couple of videos I watched, When I noticed it, I just immediately started connecting dots on some of these things I didn't have grasped.
Like everything that you were saying was just connecting all these links inside my brain. And I just knew right then and there, I have to have this program. I have to have all the information that he's willing to give. I need all of it.